Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of our new Let's Play. It was a tie between this or doing a different game series altogether, maybe going back to Pokemon, but I decided to just going to do this. We're playing Dragon Age 2, modded. Alright. So, I have a bit of a weakness for the female Hawk. Partly because of the voice actress. So, let's play feel like Mage Hawk. Oh, hey, someone's being dragged. And going where? It looks like a prison. Looks like nowhere good. Ah, so a dwarf.
Had gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentagust, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here! Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
Yeah, this whole thing.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
Starting at the beginning of Dragon Age 2. Right, so what we have here are two badasses who are basically doing everything they can to show off how cool they are. This is the new Dragon Age.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later.
Then we make our stand here. Prepare yourself. Now we fight.
Yeah, here we go. It's basically... Yeah, basically, that's it. It's a tutorial section. It's telling you how to play this game if you've never played this game before.
Get back! How about you?
New to this game are staff auto attacks, where instead of your mage just firing a magical bullet,
I'll deal with this.
they basically do a melee combo with cool elemental after effects.
We can't keep this up forever.
I'll explain here right quickly that since this is modded, you're not going to see what the original user interface is for the dialogue wheel suggestions. The dialogue wheel is new to Dragon Age 2, and you've already seen it if you've ever played a single Mass Effect game in your life. EA decided to make Dragon Age play more like Mass Effect going forward, so you have a dialogue wheel that gives you your now voiced protagonist dialogue options.
We'll make it through this. Together.
Here they come. Shall I give them a taste of my blade?
All yours, brother.
Show them the power of Yas.
May I trust they guide you? So much blood. So much blood. There! Gotcha! Nicely done.
So there's a lot to talk about with the mods I'm using, partly because, again, with the dialogue user interface, the very idea of it's been changed up completely in order to... And that's that. Defeat the ogre to automatically end the encounter. That's just sick. This is an in-game version of the way Dragon Age 2 decided to... The magic arms ripping someone's arms off thing, that was used in the Legacy trailer for Dragon Age 2, where Hawk find the Aeroshock. Instead of using blood magic, though, you're just using something else entirely.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
Well, what makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me! You knew her even before she became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where she is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Let me guess. Your precious chantries fall into pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war. And you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to her, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go?
Not at all.
You'll need to hear the whole story.
Alright, preset. We're not gonna bother with anything except the default appearance, because I really... The blood scar is pretty nice, but I want to earn that. Show the passage of time. Alright, let's see here. Making it red. I don't really see the point in bothering too much with rest of it. So basically, when you're making your Hawk, you can only make a human character, not an Alpha Mage. That's because they wanted to try something different, and this game was originally not even going to be Dragon Age 2 at all. But you know, EA-ification of the Bioware games meant that we didn't have time to do something like that. So I have three pre-built histories: Hero Ferelden, young man from noble family, human noble, rose to become a Grey Warden, and the fifth blight by killing Archie himself, surviving. Always show for the great good, and places his friend Alistair on the throne. Ferelden, the martyr, is a Ferelden who remembered the young Dalish elf who died to kill the fifth Archdemon. Even though she had reason to be cynical, her actions always benefit others. Let the kingdom rule jointly by Alistair and Nora. And No Compromise, the history. Ruthless dwarven noble took command of Ferelden's Grey Wardens and left nothing stand between him and victory. Exiled Alistair set Logain to his death against the Archdemon and left Nora as Ferelden's ruler. Basically, you have your good, morally grey, and as evil as your Grey Warden can be pre-built histories. That's what you can use. You don't have a pre-built save to import for the game. And how this works is... you click on plot summary to see if what your character's choices were at the point in the import you're selecting. And because the import because Dragon Age 2 is built with choices that reflect everything you did in every DLC except for Golems of Angarak, there's no important choices to make in Golems of Angarak. There's no flags worth checking there. You get most of your choices from your base game, of course. But you can also go back to do something like right here. The earlier plot summary, the earlier your save gets, the less your plot summary actually has. So if we go to the autosave made at the nest after we talk to Morgan, our plot summary is: Kara is freed from the demon, Mace is recruited to the army, Dalish Elves recruited to the army, Balin rules Orzammar, the Anvil of War was destroyed, Loghain was killed, Alistair is king of Ferelden, the Warren performed the dark ritual of Morgan, the Warren killed the Archdemon, Amaranthine was saved from the Darkspawn assault, the Architect is alive, Warden's keep was acclaimed, the Shale is discovered, King Caelan's corpse was burned, and the Warren joined Warwick in the travel through the Luvian. Now, on PS3, there's absolutely no method whatsoever that allows... And I mean no method whatsoever that allows your witch hunt choice to import from Origins to 2. I've tried. I'm a PS3 player. There is literally no way to get this choice to be recognized by the save import. So we confirm that. And we start the game.
The Blight had been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar. The battle was a disaster. King Caelan died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general.
I think you can, but
Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
I'm not mad. It's kind of like...
I think that's all of them.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
Alright, so if you're using the original dialogue wheel, these choices will be color-coded. Blue means Paragon, more or less. Red, down here, means Renegade, like Mass Effect. In the middle is a third tone of dialect called Silly. Basically, you're being jovial, you're lightening the mood.
I know how much Lothering meant to you, but we have to move.
Yes. You're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at me? I've been running since Ostagar.
Alright. Sure.
Not to interrupt, but the Blight's not going to wait while we stand here pointing fingers.
Please, listen to your sister.
Then let's go. Lead on.
Alright then. Gameplay mods. Destruction of Lothering. Equip new weapons, item, and armor is used to your party members. Move items to junk category to sell quickly in stores. Yeah, that stuff. We're going to use the evil staff that we start with here. Improves of level up is going to be... You can see the stats of all your gear right here, basically. Mana stamina, plus 9 mana stamina, plus 20 mana stamina generation rate, improve, and bonus 1 fire damage, but we haven't improved until level up. It's a straight upgrade to our starting apostate staff, and I'm using it because I have no tolerance for using anything else. I played enough of this game on Dragon Age 2 on PS3. I'm using mods because I'm deliberately refusing to play it the same way I would have played the game normally. So we're just going to give you the Morning Stern instead of the Longhand Blade. And you have nothing else to do here. Alright. Alright. Right. There's also 2 new specializations we can unlock. Well, 2 new...
Looks like a fight! Be ready! There! Ha, gotcha! Is everyone alright?
Okay. Alright. Confirm. So, yeah. I'm using mods that increase the level cap of all the characters I play as because... Well, not the level cap. The actual level cap in the game is 50. Willpower. Alright. Yeah, with them it's going to be a bit more difficult. Let's reach.
Wait, where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn, where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
Alright. Yeah, I think this is the one thing I should say in this moment.
Wherever we go, what's important is that we don't separate.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Kirkwall? Are you sure that's wise?
There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Gwarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Be careful! There! I come at you!
Holy crap, so that was all it took? I was just missing one of the files? I'm sorry. This is all got cut out. I was just... Downloading all the files is pretty much apparently all I needed. Wow.
You will not have him.
Well, that was a whole bunch of time I wasted for everyone else involved. That will not be in the final video when it goes up on YouTube, I assure you.
Not have you. Not while I breathe. That's enough! Now you fall! I'll deal with this! Gotcha! I will show you! May I trust they guide you? Let...
Man, really, the game's not...
Is everyone alright? Stop squirming.
Install
Make
all
it
the
worse.
mods that these authors tell you to use.
Apostate, keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Huh. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
Alright. We still get the... Alright. Strange time in hunting apostates.
A strange time to be hunting apostates. His fellows left with the Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
You can tell Aveline doesn't care for Wesley acting on his mage cop BS when more important things are going on.
For a while, it looked like we were the only ones to escape the Darkspawn.
We aren't free of them yet. You didn't see Ostagar. This is just the start.
You were there. Yes, I see it now. Third Company, under Captain Varel.
Then you saw how the whole of the army was defeated.
We fell to betrayal, not the Darkspawn. This arm of the Horde will not have the same advantage.
At this point, you can tell people who were at Ostagar are aware of Loghain's BS and aware of the fact that he left them all high and dry.
You're quick to offer your allegiance.
Another blade between us and the Darkspawn? Yes, please.
So long as the Horde is their first concern.
My duty is clear, but that is for another day, if we are granted that opportunity.
We will be fine. We all will.
Unfortunately, you have to roleplay a bit.
I'm watching you, Templar.
And I you. Terms I am sure we both expected.
For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south. That's no way out.
We have no choice. The Darkspawn have us fenced in. We go south.
Yeah. Sorry, Carver. You're gonna have to... Oh, also, Wesley's useless at this point in the game. He's, sniveling. What happened is this friendship and rivalry system. Basically, Carver and Bethany have friendship and rivalry with your main character, just like other companions. It's a new type of I don't know if I explained this in my Inquisition Let's Play years ago. Man, I already missed auto loot.
I'm gonna capture it with your too powerful.
What a waste.
And this nonsense right here.
Go down!
Teleporting enemies that randomly show up behind you. Alright. Actually. Oh, yeah. That's what that says. Huh. Did I jump up 2 levels? Oh well. Alright. Little staff. Not only do we have mod weapons that look different from the vanilla stuff and even the mod stuff we can use, which I vastly prefer doing, because I've played this game enough times on PS3 to be intimately familiar with all the gear you can get. The improves with level up ability will pretty much allow it to keep up with everything we do for the rest of the game. Talented achievement.
Follow my lead! There! It looks like this isn't over yet. What a waste. One less to worry about.
Alright, so basically, for story purposes, this is happening after the Grey Warden takes care of the first main quest line in Origins proper. There's no way for Hawke and the Grey Warden to meet with each other.
We've got company!
2 steps back.
I do really like the attack animations for...
Quickly, before they regroup.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Anyway. What we have here is another mod called Pieces of 8. Basically, they're treasure hunts. You'll find 8 chests across the Dragon Age 2 setting that are companion specific. Loot them to get companion specific equipment.
Not going to happen. I can't do that.
Okay, that's how you get the Lotbash to work. Put it into your add-ins file, then make it a toggle. Alright, now here's the part that I'm really interested in. I'm really interested in this next part. Yeah! It skipped that cutscene! This is super important. That part is super important right here.
Now you fall.
This is like the most important gameplay addition mod I've added so far. Simply because of what I was able to do just now. Hell yes. Woo! That feels worth it.
Make it good. There's no end to them.
Yeah, it's a high dragon that's randomly able to save us. I wonder who it is.
Well, well, what have we here? It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
You know what? I'm so impressed.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon. If so, count yourself lucky. The smell of burning darkspawn does nothing for the appetite. If you wish to flee the darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
So you're just going to leave us here?
And why not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
Huh.
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
I dare say it is. Such a clever tongue for a mage. Tell me, clever child, how do you intend to outrun the Blight?
We need to get to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. So far, simply to flee the Darkspawn.
Well,
Our home is gone, and we have nowhere else to go.
yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it, Meth.
To the chaos you fight, and the world will shake before you.
I love her.
Is it fate or chance?
There, she's not a bad character. Make her a cool character. Make her a cool character. There. Yeah, well,
It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
we're not. What other options do we have? That's silly. Okay.
There must be a catch.
There is always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Should we even trust her? We don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth, Asha Belinar, an old hag who talks too much. Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
Alright then. Really?
You would go through all that trouble to have something delivered?
I have an appointment to keep. It is far more convenient this way. Happily, you are not without your own needs.
Basically, we'll get to what that delivery is when we get to it.
How much trouble will this delivery be exactly?
About as much trouble as my saving your lives not 5 minutes ago.
Good point.
If you knew my daughter, you'd know how seldom I hear that.
Oh boy, Morgan and Hawk meeting would be hilarious.
What is a Witch of the Wilds exactly?
A chastened legend. Witches that steal children.
Bah, as if I had nothing better to do.
Then you're an apostate.
Yes, we have so much in common.
Alright. I mean...
Should we trust her? Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
We don't have much choice.
We never do. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marathari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
Yeah, it's staring us in the face. The new face textures are hiding the Darkspawn corruption, but otherwise, Wesley would have Darkspawn corruption on his face right now.
You lie!
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
Yeah.
This corruption is the permanent sort, I take it.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
So yeah, there's really no help for Wesley here. We're just gonna...
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
Alright.
He's your husband, Evelyn. I can't decide his fate.
Yeah, I don't want to be there's no point in being a dick to you about this.
Be strong, my love.
But yeah.
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier. Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth.
I thought that might interest you.
You expect me to believe...
Also, if you notice that Chandra's face is different, it's because I fixed the compatibility issues with her Inquisition face textures and the cleaned up face texture mod I was using for her as well.
To hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better too.
What else aren't you telling me then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a manner of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word and got them to Gwaren, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago it was part of the Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries.
Oh, man.
Now, it's a free city. But I use the word loosely.
Yeah, we're going to a place that was built on the backs of slavery.
See what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you.
What a depressing
That's
game.
Where their ship landed, with all the rest.
Now, as you can see here,
Not letting anyone
Bethany
into
and
the
Carver
city.
are physically walking in the
What?
same exact space.
That can't be. It's true.
Quite
Look at them.
literally, their character models are fused together.
They're Fereldans, just like us. Fleeing for their lives.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
So, just to make this very clear, Bethany and Carver are not both supposed to be in this part of the game. They're not supposed to survive this long.
I'm only surprised they let us dock.
We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
You get plus 10. Friendship for not being a dick to Aveline. Full on friendship. Yeah. Alright then. We're gonna do this. And I think... Frickin' Ichi. Right. Like, I think what he would do. Yeah, I think what he would. Okay, Tremor. Yeah. But beyond that, yeah. Then I don't know why people think I have a problem. The writer, it's a little silly. Immune to flanking. That's super important. And... Bravery, sure.
Where will we go? Who will take us in? Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
Hey! We're a lot better than a middens heap.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
How easily? Okay.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Okay.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out.
That's a
Most
name
of
to
you
remember.
Getting right back on your ships, though.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
So, the social hierarchy is Knight Commander Templar, the actual mayor of the city, everyone else.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Alright then. Fair enough, sir. I mean, this is sad. I mean, during Dragon's Origins, we were basically just playing the heroes who were actually able to get things done and save these people. But now the perspective has flipped.
Was Wesley based out of the Lothian Chantry? I don't remember ever seeing him there.
He served elsewhere. He was coming to find me at Ostagar. Were you familiar with every Templar in Lothering?
How else was I supposed to know when to run and hide?
What do you want? Money? I can pay you.
All the gold invaders will make the city larger.
Don't use that shit. Where are we supposed to go?
I don't know, Sirrah, but there's nothing for you here.
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, you wouldn't be out here if no one could enter, basically.
You wouldn't be out here if nobody could enter.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late.
Jeez.
There's no more room.
Oh, that's right. The Blight basically took a whole year
here.
to deal with.
Doesn't that mean anything?
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already. Trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden eventually. Until then, you stay here.
There must be something we can work out.
No foreigner can enter unless they can prove they have coin to bring into the city.
You mean a bribe?
Technically, the Viscount's ordered that no one enters. You want to be a special case, you have to be special.
That's outrageous. It took all our coin just to get here.
You want eyes looking the other way? That takes convincing. And the price goes up each day this continues.
Alright.
Surely there's someone higher up that we could persuade.
The city's been closed by order of the Viscount and Knight Commander Meredith, whose fortress you're standing in. But as far as you're concerned, I'm in charge.
If you find our uncle, Gamlen Amell, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You're gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men?
Now we fight.
Alright. Now, this encounter is balanced for 3 party members, but since we have Bethany and Carver with us, it's a lot easier than it already is.
Unbelievable.
I know! 2 mages right in front of you. What are you gonna do about that?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
You did a lot more for us than that other guy.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Don't look now, but I think that's our man.
Leandra! Damn, girl, the years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen!
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life. Oh, Maker, save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
Alright. Okay. I'm frustrated now.
There are other ways to get into a city.
Sure. That worked real well for those soldiers we fought.
I hate to agree. but there's a reason they housed us in an old prison.
Wow, Hawk, you're
I was
freaking out.
hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. You're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
Alright, what is about this?
Mother said our family was wealthy.
Yeah, what happened to all of our old money?
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep.
Oh, wow.
I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
For content.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
We're not putting Mother through that. We came here. We're staying here.
Alright. Sure.
What do you mean exactly, Gamlen?
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your sister have to work off the debt. For a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
We cut down dozens of Darkspawn and an ogre to get here.
We have credentials on our resume.
Unless you brought an ogre's head along on the boat, I doubt it. I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Fenrir, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
Okay.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
I'm not gonna work for a smuggler without knowing the details.
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Alright.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
Okie dokie. So we meet with both Mirren and Ethereal over there in order to decide who to work for. But there's also the ability to double cross both of them.
Are you Ethereal?
You must be Gamlen's niece. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
How much exactly?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
Alright, so tell
I'd
us.
like to know
Talk
more
to us.
about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest.
We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots.
Not the Elder
We're
Scrolls
not
Thieves
killers or
Guilds,
slavers.
of course.
Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me.
We can't afford to be choosy.
Begging and taking your pick never went hand in hand.
Alright. And why does
How did
Gamling
get
know
to be
you?
one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
Interesting.
I didn't realize Gamlen had told you that much.
It appears our uncle likes to talk.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named
Now, remember,
friend of the Templars.
Bethany
They
isn't
left
supposed to
up
be
little
here if
shop
you're
in
playing
the
as a
galleries.
mage yourself.
We supplied him in return.
Carver isn't supposed to be here
But now
if you're
he
playing
won't
as a
pay up.
warrior or rogue.
We can't go near him without him screaming.
What I like about that
hard.
cutscene
But you can.
and the way the
Get the
twin
money from him and your aunt.
switch dialogue mod works is that it works for both your Mage Hawk and Bethany at the same time because the dialogue isn't indicative of who's doing the talking or why. So to maximize our gold, we're gonna talk to Merchant Cavril here.
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sarah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
I'm sorry, miss.
Now then, what can I do for you, Sarah?
Alright, let's see here. Didn't seem very hard
She
the deal
didn't
made.
seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
You mean people like us?
Of course. My apologies.
I'm sure they'd rather not sell what little they have left.
My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
I didn't think there'd be any stores here.
Yeah, what could I buy? You don't have any
There are
wares
many
to
merchants who
purchase.
come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
Pretty much.
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldans. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
I believe you owe your business partners something.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Should I go tell the guards?
Not just yet. I want to hear
Yeah,
this.
we can be reasonable.
So, Ethenril sent you to collect, did she? Too cowardly to do it herself.
Alright. Maybe not if I consider leaving you alone.
Make me an offer, and I'll consider leaving you alone.
Interesting. I can't get you lot into the city. That's more coin than I even owe. But I'll give you a share. You take it, you walk away, and don't bother us again. Does that work for you?
Pretty much. Who wouldn't that work for?
Who wouldn't that work for?
Boss, you need to stop giving in to these.
Enough. I know a losing deal when I see one. Take what's in the chest. Now, I'm going to go deal with this once and for all.
Another piece of 8. Yeah, Atheling's not okay with you taking a bribe.
For the last time, get out.
What for? We haven't done anything.
We know damned well what you've been up to. Now go.
I see. Have it your way then.
Yeah. I already know your deal. Ethereal might look like the more moral of the two options, but she's willing to have children do work for her, so she's kind of...
I guess saving his ass didn't get you into the city either, huh?
I wouldn't laugh quite so loudly if I were you.
Yes, well, yes.
You tell him, Aveline. Alright, so we have one option left, and that's going to Mirren.
Mirren?
And you must be Hawke. Nice.
Female Hawk being checked
Your
out.
uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his ass.
I'm pretty sure his hair textures are messed up, but honestly, I'm not really interested in going my way to fix that right now. Let's see. DOA tattoos and face, chest, textures. Okay. Yeah, his hair should be black, but really, it's not distractingly ugly like the rest of his face is, so okay.
My uncle doesn't seem like the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlen cheated one of my men at a wallop match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for and keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense. I never pictured myself as the mercenary type.
All I know is if we join the company, I'm going to start talking like that.
Alright then. Let's do it.
I'm ready to prove myself.
Noble bastard named Friedrich is here in the gallows. Gave us bad info. Almost killed my men. Now he's hiding out here.
Frickin' love you, mage. Frickin' love you,
coming,
mage.
run for
I
sure.
wanna play
But he
as a
doesn't know
mage,
you.
and you're a mage.
Go kill him and his men. We'll make sure no one asked why.
Who are these people? I demand to know.
I saw them talking to Mirren.
Mirren? You blithering idiot. Why didn't you say something sooner? Don't just...
Now, if you didn't backstab Mirren, you have the option of, like, sparing them. But obviously, since we don't have the option of going to Ethereal, we can't just turn on Mirren.
I love it when a plan works out.
Alright then. Nice. Alright.
So, that was your uncle, was it? Good. I thought he was another confidence man trying to sell promises. I don't suppose he has the coin you'll need to get in.
He does.
He had some ideas.
They always do. If it were just up to me, I'd let you through. But there are a lot of eyes watching, a lot of palms that need greasing.
You
My suggestion?
look
Wait
no.
for a ship and hope the next city hasn't already closed their doors.
Well, that's a nice suggestion. I don't care for it, though.
Dead and buried. Well, dead.
Good. May the bloody vultures feast on his corpse and shit him into the ocean.
I'm telling you, I love this guy.
Welcome to the Red Iron. Tell your uncle I'm making the arrangements.
Yeah, Carver really digs the mercenary life. I just want to use my big sword to stab people.
Any luck?
Was there ever any doubt?
I'll speak to Mirren and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
Then we made it. The voyage is over.
I guess we did it. We're here to stay, at least for a while.
All right.
The Blight may still spread, but for now we have a new home. Well, we're off to a fantastic start. Let's see what else this city has in store.